I suggested Maria a few days ago that we should do a little sit-down video, really just circling back to how social media tends to creep back into our lives.
Yeah, and screen time in general.
Yeah, because I noticed that I was starting to get drawn back into Facebook, into scrolling, typically late at night after finishing the day. And then I typically shut off my phone and maybe there's a message or something. And since I'm in charge of social media for our band, there are sometimes messages or comments or something that I want to touch on and just check out. And then it's super easy to get to check videos.
And maybe we should give a little context, is that Morten and I have stayed away from social media. We are very conscious about the amount of time that we spend on screens in general. It's not like we don't spend any time on screens, but we try to know how much we spend. And you have completely avoided all social media for and 3-4 years, and I have too for a few years.
Yeah, so I deleted Instagram and TikTok and 9gag that I also had on my phone and a few other apps. And I don't have the app for Facebook, but I still check it on the browser on my phone once in a while.
Yeah, you need it for work as well. So lately you're just like, wow.
Yeah,
I think see myself going back to it.
Most people have to be in groups on Facebook, or at least there's messages or some social events or whatever that gets you back into Facebook every now and then.
Yeah.
So what I noticed was that even though I actually cut it like completely out, and that lately I've been presented with a lot of like clearly AI videos. So that's one of the things that I wanted to touch on. And they're just super, super entertaining. So it's the kind of videos where, for example, one of them was like this big guy and he was like 2 meters wide. So obviously AI. And then the legs was just like puny, tiny, skinny legs. So it made no sense. It was just a lot of fun to look at. And then he would just talk about how he skipped leg day, whatever. Another one was like 2 dogs talking like they were humans about how they miss their humans when they're at work. So it's super cute and obviously AI. So it's not like it's trying to pretend to be something else.
No.
It was just that the entertainment value was just higher than what I've seen for a long time.
And you were just very fascinated by
the
whole thing.
One other really fun example, there's another little like 1 minute video, in that scroll section on Facebook, of a dude driving his car. He's looking out the window and then he's got overtaken by kind of like a hospital bed with a dude just laying there watching TV, just going like 80 miles per hour or something.
This is dude content.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's the equivalent on the female side as well. But this was just a really extreme, crazy cars just going past you on the highway. That obviously is AI, but it's just a lot of fun. And it's something that you couldn't create like a year or two ago. Or maybe you could if you had like, movie.
It wasn't.
If you had like a job in the movies, you could do that if you work with that professionally. But it's not at everybody's fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
So what I wanted to mention is, I'll just touch back on this new wave of like hyper optimized, really, really funny content.
It's really, really prompted to have you consume a lot of content. And it is truly funny. But so we were talking about this topic of how it's natural that we get sucked into it because we're very conscious of this already. And we even get sucked into it and have to like pull the brake, step back and like reevaluate.
Yeah, and we did a video about how we limit screen time and what social medias we're on and which we're not. And that could maybe give the impression that it's just a set and forget, or now it's fixed. Now I got that one fixed, now I can work on something else. But I just wanted to talk about how it constantly creeps back into your life. So it's a constant thing to push back, you can say, or to constantly set or go back to the limits that you put on your screen time.
Yeah, I don't think that you ever get done with this area. It's the same in lifestyle things in general that I talk about in this podcast or on this channel, is that it's habits, it's new habits, it's habits that we do to stay healthier mentally. It's habits that we do to get more out of our day, that we like align, stuff that aligns with our values. But every now and again, we just drift off into something. And we just want to let you know that it's normal.
Yeah.
It's not unexpected. It really, truly is a muscle and something you have to keep working at, have to come back to your start point. And also sometimes I feel like it helps if you can kind of figure out if there are certain times that you find yourself getting drawn in, because I always talk about, even on here, that the times that I've seen myself get sucked into probably more checking the news is around politics and elections.
Oh yeah,
I always have to. Yeah, I have to reset myself. And then right now we've just had the European Championship in handball, and I love handball, and Max plays handball and he's really into it.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to enjoy it for those 2 weeks and actually look at the updates and watch the programs. But then I have to reset after that.
Yes, I guess what we're trying to say is that you should expect it to crawl back. Yeah. It's not unexpected when it crawls back into forming a new habit or going back into an old habit of checking or scrolling videos. And so, because I mean, that's just the pull there is from these things. And obviously there's things that we need to check, and appointments and events and groups that we need to be on, and messages across social media. So we have to be there to some extent, and it's so easy to get sucked back in. So personally, I have to very consciously put the phone away again, like I used to get back into the habit. And I think a helpful tip for me is to talk with Maria about it. Yeah. So if you have a spouse, if you have a good friend, or maybe even your parents or whatever, if you live at home, just find someone where you can check in once in a while on these habits and see how's it going for you.
And get into the habit of sharing it with someone else. Like, I have these goals or ideals or this that I'm striving for, but right now I just see it like backsliding a little bit. Yeah. And just having a conversation about it and having someone where you can chat to about it really helps.
Yeah. And so, like I said 2 days ago, I told Maria that I could see it crawling back into like a new habit, and I felt kind of shameful, or just a little bit of there's a little bit of shame in it. Yeah. I felt like, okay, do I really need to address this? I guess I'll just stop doing it. But I just feel like talking about it to Maria kind of helped me get on top of it again, because if it just lives there and nobody knows about it, it's just, it can so easily suck like 30 or 45 minutes every night before you go to bed. And then you close your eyes and the last thing you did was just scrolling for 30 minutes. It's just the worst way to go into rest and go into the night. And
it really is just wasting time. And I get it, and I enjoy it sometimes, and I let myself have 5 minutes every once in a while. But
yeah, or 20 minutes when it's planned, when it's not right before bedtime, when you're supposed to actually get some sleep.
Or even at night doing other things, because it is entertaining. Yeah. And you are going to want to stay there. And I will too. I will want that. So it's like, because it's so enticing and so funny and interesting.
Yeah, and we talked about it before, how you set aside time, like certain nights or whatever, to check in on news and stuff. I never check news. I'm just, for the 4 or 5 years, I'm really happy not checking news at all. Yeah. And I don't have like set times where I'll go in and actually browse or watch social media or watch Netflix or whatever. But it's just there once in a while.
Yeah, and you're working really hard on producing an album right now.
Yeah, for a year now.
Yeah, so
all my time off has been going to the studio or just working on the music on my laptop. It's been a few thousand hours over the last year. So that's super interesting to me. But once the record is out, I might have to keep it a watch of time with streaming.
And I don't think it's bad to watch a TV series, or it's bad to, like, I have some programs that I really enjoy watching, And I tried limiting it to 1 day a week, and I was like, it's just too little, because I have things that are interesting. I love listening to TED Talks about different topics, or something about the environment, or just some ancestry stuff. It could be all kinds of things, and it's interesting, or something is purely entertaining.
And it's perfectly fine to be entertained. It's perfectly fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with watching a movie or following a TV series or stuff like that. It just needs to be like a conscious choice, so it's not driving you, but you set the boundaries for it, because it tends to creep in and fill out every single hole in your day, at least for me, if I don't control it.
Yeah, and I don't want to sit there every night. So we have some rules that we've set for ourselves, and we want to maintain them. But we just wanted to make this video letting you know that
it's like an update.
Yes, we're very conscious about how we use our time on tech in general, and the limits and everything, and in general we're on top of it, but
it takes work.
Yeah, it takes work. It's not easy.
Not like work, but just take focus. You need to be conscious about it. You need to expect it to crawl back in.
Yeah.
And then you can see, okay, there you are. Like 3-4 days in a row, I was browsing at night before going to sleep, and now I lost a little bit of sleep for a few days. Okay, I need to get back on top of this. And yeah. Exactly. Just how it is.
Yeah. So just want to let you know that don't feel shame if it creeps back in.
It will.
Get back on the horse, tell someone, and refocus on why you wanted to not scroll. I did a whole episode in the beginning, actually, like one of the very first episodes I ever did was about knowing your why. And when you know your why, it's so much easier to stick with something that you want to change, because it gives that deeper motivation of like, okay, I'm not motivated right now to work out or to eat healthy or to stop scrolling. But that deeper motivation of wanting to create at night, wanting to truly learn how to relax, read a book, things that I know are good for my mental space.
And there's also a video on the channel that we can link in the description about my digital screen habits. And I probably come across like sort of a saint, like, I'm not watching anything, I'm not on any of these or whatever. So I also just wanted to do this video update with Maria to show you, I definitely also get sucked into the scroll, for sure. Yeah. It's a constant, not battle. It's not like it's hard. It's also really uplifting to notice it and take action on it and claim your time back. So I like to read in the night or take a walk or go to the studio or talk with you or spend an extra hour getting Max to bed and just,
cuddle
time that otherwise just gets spent watching some kind of screen.
Yeah, it really goes very well in line with Cal Newport's book, The Digital Minimalism. And because he talks so much about finding, what's it called? Like high quality leisure. That's what he talks about. Yeah. And I have so many things. Like my dad even, he called me yesterday, we were talking for a bit, and he listens to this, so he knows. But he asked me if something about getting bored or something. I was like, no, I don't think I ever get bored. Because there's so many things that I think are interesting. Yeah. And you have a lot of hobbies as well. Yeah, but I even keep like a little sort of list on my phone of things I can do when I have nothing to do. For example, like replacing a pickup on a guitar, a little technical thing. Just a little project that can take like an hour, require some energy, but there's other things I could do, things that I want to get done, or really just relaxing. We can call that more leisure things that I would enjoy doing. During the day I might think, oh, if only I had time to do that, or do this, or make that cup of coffee that way, or test that out, or whatever. So I know where I can go to if, if I feel kind of bored or drawn toward just watching Netflix on a night where I don't want really to do it. Yeah. Then there's something equally exciting that I can do because I have a little list of things. Yeah, exactly. It's a good idea to have a list. Yeah. And we should probably list the episodes that we've done on this topic. down below, so you have them all available. This is something that we're very passionate about, and we'll keep talking about it. And
maybe we should do a video about what we do sometimes at night instead of watching Netflix and streaming. I mean, I have a handful of things that I've come up with over the last year or so.
Yeah, I think that's it for this tiny little update video.
Yeah.
Update episode.
Yeah, so quick plug. Remember, we're both on YouTube and all the podcast platforms. So if you're listening, maybe try and check it out on YouTube if you want to see what we look like. If you want to look at the craft projects that you referred to in some of the videos.
Yeah, exactly. On some of the more creative episodes, it definitely helps to watch it on YouTube because there is a lot of B-roll on there.
Yeah.
But I also totally get some people just preferring to do audio.
Yeah,
only.
For sure. If you want to do it on the bus or doing a walk
exactly.
in the gym or whatever.
Yeah,
for sure.
Or in the car on the way home. Yeah, but that's it for this episode, guys. And we'll be back with more content about screens and intentional living in general.
Yeah, thank you for listening. And if you have any sort of comments, leave them on YouTube. We reply to every single comment on YouTube.
And we love them.
Yes. Thanks.
See you. Bye.